We're getting into the holidays, and that means there's about to be a whole new wave of Nintendo Switch owners. Since 2017, the Nintendo Switch has been among the most, if not the most, popular game console to buy globally every single month. That's partly due to the Nintendo pedigree. They have been the premier game developer for many decades, but it's also due to the ingenuity behind the Switch system, which can be played on a TV, on a tabletop, or in your hands, making it one of the best consoles you can play in your living room or on the go. It is the best portable game console ever made, but more importantly, it also has some of the very best games you can find across any system. I'd even say that some of the best games ever made are exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. But if you're a new owner or buying a Switch for someone this holiday season, where should you start in terms of games? While there are tons of great options out there, I want to let you in on the essentials. This is your entry point for the Switch, and these are the 3 must-play games every owner should have that are definitely worth your money. Number 3, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Some of the best games are games that don't necessarily have a story, no clear beginning, middle, or end, but just let you exist in another world. Animal Crossing is one of those games. Less of a game per se, and more of a hobby or a lifestyle. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, your main job is to relax and enjoy yourself as you arrive on a remote island that you can make your own. This is your paradise. What you do on and with your island is totally up to you. You can make it look and feel however you want. You can choose your fellow islanders, keeping on those that you like and booting out those that you don't. You can pick your own character's clothing, hairstyle, and activities completely on the fly. Maybe you like collecting bugs or dinosaur bones, or maybe you just like planting flowers or shopping. You can do all of that in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's the perfect pick up and relax game, which is why it was so popular in 2020, the first year of the pandemic, when everyone was incredibly stressed out. The only negative I can say about this game is that it only allows for 1 island per console. So if you're hoping to buy this game for multiple kids, or hoping you and your loved one can create your own save files, you're out of luck there. That said, Nintendo's boneheaded decision to limit save files doesn't damper an otherwise incredible game, which has done a lot of good for a lot of people. Number 2, Super Mario Odyssey. There is nothing quite as fun and wholesome as a Super Mario game, and Odyssey is perhaps the very best the series has ever been, and that's saying something. I played this game when I was feeling sick, and it was the best distraction I could have asked for. Light, funny, colorful, and downright addicting. Super Mario Odyssey is not an open world game, but an open worlds game, giving you a variety of levels where each area is its own massive open world to explore, filled with characters to meet and power stars to collect. Like every other Super Mario game, you need to collect power stars in order to move on to the next level. But unlike past games, every single level is littered with power stars that require either light platforming or puzzle solving in order to attain them. You can collect hundreds of power stars in this game, and it never gets boring to find them, in secret hiding places or through character quests, or just hard to reach places. But the joy of the game is exploring each of the worlds in Mario's Odyssey, which are bright, playful, downright enormous, and continually evolving as you play through them. And, to top it all off, Odyssey has some of the very best music in any Super Mario game. I may or may not have had the Cascade Kingdom theme play at my wedding. Super Mario Odyssey is a must-play and a reason unto itself to buy a Nintendo Switch. Number 1, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This game launched the very same day Nintendo released the Switch back in March 2017, and it was perhaps Nintendo's best move in a lot of ways. Attracting people to a new console with a Zelda game is obviously going to draw more eyes than usual, since the Zelda series is one of the premier video game franchises, and promises of the first truly open-world Zelda game raised a lot of eyebrows. But I don't think anyone could have expected this game to be what it is. The best Zelda game ever made, and the best video game ever made. Breath of the Wild nails the quintessence of what makes a great video game. Exploration, interesting mechanics, gameplay variety, character customization, player choice, and more. Though it spawned a whole industry of copycats, Zelda Breath of the Wild is a game that, when it released to the public, was completely unique. A game that had never been attempted before, where every single thing you see in the game could be explored and interacted with. You can climb every mountain, you can swim in any body of water, you can tame any horse that you find in the wild and ride it, you can collect food ingredients and make all sorts of dishes that give yourself different benefits. You can play with animals, you can fight enemies with your sword, with a bow, with bombs. You can cut down trees and hit enemies with the trunk. You can freeze items or enemies in place, hit them with a giant club, and then watch them soar through the air once you unfreeze them. You can ride your shield like a snowboard. You can even go straight to the final boss from the very beginning of the game. There is an unprecedented level of player agency and choice in Breath of the Wild, but instead of feeling muddy, confusing, or repetitive, the game manages to feel buoyant, alive, and enchanting every step of the way. There is so much to explore. Vast open fields, fiery volcanoes, snowy mountain peaks, windy deserts, rivers and lakes, and so much more. Plus, the game looks absolutely gorgeous, features an incredible story with excellent characters, and never, ever feels boring. Breath of the Wild is a game everyone needs to experience. These are, in my opinion, the 3 games every Nintendo Switch owner needs to have in their collection. But that's just my take. Now I'd like to hear from you. Let me know in the comments section what you think your top 3 Nintendo Switch games are and why. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching the download. Until next time.